Well, hello, sunshines. Lolita here. Well, I thought I'd make a little video real quick. Got bored. But prior to that, I said to my husband, I said, "Where are you taking me tonight?" And I said, another thing, excuse me. Hmm. I said, another thing, Big Show. Have you forgotten? Today is our anniversary. And he said, no, today's the 7th, right? I looked at my watch real quick and I said, it is. Tomorrow's our anniversary. Have you ever did something cuckoo like that? We've been together 30 years, and I even posted in the community section, today's my anniversary, 30 years and 33 years together. And this is the second time something weird's happened. One time, this is the funniest story about it. I think it's about 15 years ago. It was about 10 o'clock at night. And I looked over at him because we have these recliners side by side. And I looked over at Big Show and I said, do you realize what today is? And he said, what? I said, today's our anniversary. I said, who in the heck forgets their own anniversary? And he said, I remembered a couple hours ago, but he said, I wasn't going to say anything because I thought you'd get mad. And I said, no, because he and I are real simple people. We don't buy each other. If he buys me flowers, I tell him, please just go to the grocery store. I don't want nothing expensive. Please, no, 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 no. And if we do anything, we discuss it and we plan it real well, like big vacations and stuff like that. So I knew, even though this is going to be our 30th anniversary, I didn't, with so much that's really going on right now with me and even my sister, some major things are going on in our lives. Um, I didn't want to go spend $11,000 to go to Hawaii. Um, I'm putting that on the back burner. I've been there several times. Big Show's never been, so that is on the bucket list for him. So I couldn't believe, I said, oh, well, guess we're not going out to dinner tonight. But that's not a big deal because he and I go out at least 2 or 3 times a week, anyways. But what I'm just here to say is I live my life simply and I enjoy the simple things of life, just the close friendships with other people. My bestie across the street, I mean, like I told y'all, we get together practically every morning, have our coffee together, and it's the best therapy I've ever had. I've paid people for therapy before. Excuse me, another sippy sippy. And she and I do very well for each other. Um, the only kind of therapist I like, and I've had many because I've never shared with you all something that happened to with me that was so traumatic that it caused post-traumatic stress disorder in me for, I mean, I still have bouts of it when it hits me really hard, but I've had therapists that were pathetic, you know, and I've done crisis therapy for many people, and I only have a minor in psychology, but all my work was done in volunteer type work. And also, I own a company that I'm not going to even bring up in here because people are just so ridiculous how they get into your life about it. And I've helped many, many people around the world with this nonprofit. And where I'm going with this is about therapists and stuff. The best therapist that you will ever have, if you have to seek help, is one that doesn't sit there and be's your best friend. She's the one that's gonna, she or he is the one that's gonna push you, is gonna tell you the truth about what's going on in your life. No sugarcoating, but not in a ugly way. And that's the type of person I am. I want a straight shooter. I don't want somebody to sugarcoat anything. I want somebody to say, this is what is going on with you, which I already know that because when I was seeking help for it, I know what's going on. And sometimes even knowing what is going on with you, sometimes it's easier to help somebody else than yourself. So if you're ever looking for a good therapist, don't get good, check their background and get good reviews on this person. And hopefully you'll know somebody else that has used the person, because you don't want somebody that's going to take your $100 or whatever they're charging now, because I'm not even I haven't seen a therapist in a long time. So always seek to get somebody that is accredited. No, I even like to know where they went to school, their background. And the best that I've ever had, the last one that I had, was the best. And my husband's company paid for it in full. And that helped a lot there too. But she was the best because she did not, which I've had some that just try to become your friend. No. She was somebody that would say, this is what occurred. And it occurred in the past. And of course, it's going to affect your daily life. But you and I are going to learn to help you live with this traumatic experience that occurred to you. I will go to my grave and never forget this. This is how deep it is enrooted inside of me. It's cellular. It's throughout my whole body, this pain, mentally, that it has hurt me. But that's what I say. Please find somebody, if you're ever looking for a therapist, that is caring, but not one that's just going to, the worst kind I could ever have is one that would just sit there and smile and agree. And then all of a sudden, they must have had a clock on the wall and say, well, I'll see you next week. And just, they really didn't do anything. It's like, and plus, unless you're going into therapy about your whole life, be specific and have your goals written out down, and talk with this person and say, these are the things that I want to achieve in my life. These are the things that I need to move forward in life. And don't waste your money. I mean, if you need to go through some things in your past life and stuff like that, but usually a good therapist will do an evaluation, and within that hour, you'll discuss certain things, and they'll know where you're coming from and help you get to where you need to go, because you can waste a lot of money spinning your wheels. If you're going into therapy, go into it to get well. Some people, I've known people fall in love with their therapist before. How sick. But people do. Some people don't know boundaries. And the stuff that I see up in here, the boundaries are pathetic. Nobody has any boundaries practically. All people do is talk about each other, and they've never even met each other. And the scenarios just get bigger and unrealistic. So I just thought I'd pop in here and say, whoopsie, have you ever forgot your own anniversary, or somebody close to you's birthday? Or I told my husband, I said, I think I'm getting the Alzheimer's. And he just trimmed my hair last night. I don't know if it looks that good, but um, it's something else when you start getting older. I really do sometimes think that I'm losing it. Have you ever went in the kitchen, you just spin around like a top and say, I came in here for something, but I can't remember what it was. But it was a rainy day here. We didn't really plan. I mean, even if it was our anniversary, I bet if we did anything, we would have just went out to eat at my favorite steakhouse, or maybe to the boat, because we do like to go gamble a little bit. And we did that for the 4th, and he did good, but I didn't do good. I wasn't upset, but I didn't hit anything but little bits of like $50 here, 75 there, and you know how you put it right back in. But big show, he made about $800 on the craps table, so he was very happy. So far we've had a great 4th of July weekend. I hope everybody else is. I know sometimes I get on here and I chase rabbits and I ramble, but you will never see me on here doing live streams, just going for broke on somebody else. You've seen me before angry, and there's only been two people in here. There's maybe another one, but I won't even bring her up, that has gotten up under my skin to where I came on here and I let loose. And then, when you do things in anger, you look like a fool. So I know I've deleted them, those clapbacks or whatever YouTube likes to call them. But I hope everybody's having a great weekend. And I just wanted to say I couldn't believe that I thought today was the 7th. I mean, the 8th, my anniversary, and really it's tomorrow. Whoopsies. I love you all. And I get my results of my MRI for my back Wednesday. And I've been never wanted to go back on Percocet. Hold on, let me get a sip. But I did. And I pray that I don't have to take it very long at all, because really it's maybe kind of laid back, like I've had a couple of drinks or something. And I don't remember it being like that. I remember kind of feeling more of a better feeling from it, but at least it's easing the pain that I've been feeling really bad in my legs. So I find out Wednesday, and I told my husband, I said, if they come back with this thing that I need some kind of back surgery, the only back surgery I'll do is minimal invasive surgery. Minimal. You're not doing no major nothing to me. I've had enough surgeries. I've had TMJ surgery in my jaw joint, because my jaw joint used to lock up on me. That's sad right there. TMJ, gallbladder, both knees replaced. What else? Because I've had a bunch of them. Oh, breast cancer, lumpectomy with radiation. Thank God I didn't have to have chemo, but my best friend did. She and I went through this together, and she had stage 2, almost stage 3. And I was diagnosed first. And when I told her about mine, she said, I've put off my mammo. And I said, don't be doing that crap. Go get it. And she said, and what's the craziest thing is, like 3 months prior, she was hurting so bad. Let's see, this is my left breast. Okay, so she was hurting over here really, really bad. And this shows you how smart these doctors are sometimes. They made her have a heart cath, thinking that she was having heart problems. No, it was the cancer. It was the breast cancer. That's why she was hurting so bad. And so when she was diagnosed, she and I both just fell apart. If it wasn't for she and I have this close relationship. We pulled each other through this, and everybody needs a bestie like that. And what I love about her is I got a cool nickname for her, because I'm not going to say her real name, but I call her drill sergeant, because when she and I are off doing things that we like to do together, like we go walking down the riverfront, and this is a 4 to 5 mile jaunt that we take all the time together. And I like to bring my camera because I'm always taking pictures of alligators or different birds, and she'll be yelling, come on, and she's real rough around the edges like that. And I say, I'm coming. Or I'll say, just go and I'll catch up with you. Damn, but we're so close. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We almost can read each other's minds, and everybody needs a friend like that. And so she had to do chemo, and that broke my heart. And she has not, her 4 feet, she has, I have, because of my jaws. When I have a hard time saying a word, it's because my jaw still sticks sometimes. Neuropathy. She has severe tingling and burning in her feet all the time, 24/7. But what I love about my friend is she's not a whiner. You know how people get on here and bitch and moan and whine about everything that's wrong with them? Yeah, I tell y'all that I'm going through some things right now, but I've never been one to sit on it. Woe is me, and neither is she. She and I tell each other probably more than we tell our husbands sometimes. Because after you've went through breast cancer, you have to go on a hormone blocker. Well, what does that do? What does that do? It changes everything. It changes your mind. It changes your whole body. I mean, we tell each other all the time, we're dried up like the Sahara Desert. You don't feel the same about anything. I'm sure if anybody's been through breast cancer or ovarian cancer or any kind of cancer and it is a woman, they're hearing me and they know what I'm saying. So what breaks my heart about my good friend is they're having a real hard time finding something to knock out her pain. And she finally got approved for medical marijuana because our state just finally got approved for it. So here's what I'm going to do. If they think they want to do any kind of surgery on me and it's not going to be what I want, then I'm going to go that route too, because nobody likes pain. And the only thing I hate is you have to pay $150 every 3 months to these doctors. You don't see them no time because she's already told me the whole thing about it. And then I don't know how much, because she hasn't bought her first prescription yet. I'll have to talk to her. She just got back in town from a nice vacation in Florida, so I'll go check that out tomorrow morning and find out how much that cost. I'm not worried about the financial end of it so much as I hope it works well, because I'd much rather do the medical marijuana than Percocet, because years ago I told you all I had a problem with Percocet and I don't want to go there again. I hate the withdrawals of Percocet. Opiates sometimes can be good, and then they can be the devil's drug also. But I'm not going to stay on here real long. I just thought I'd pop in for a second and hope everybody's having a good Sunday. And I'll talk to y'all a little later. I love you. Bye-bye now.